Dark Troopers. Hello everyone, it is iRepublic Studs, and today I bought a bunch of Dark Trooper attack sets. Now, these are relatively new sets. They come with 3 Dark Troopers, a Luke Skywalker minifigure, and a hallway build. Now, you will remember, obviously, from The Mandalorian Season 2, where Luke stormed down, killing all of the Dark Troopers in one of the most epic scenes ever in Star Wars. Now, this is not a new concept. Lots of people have done this already, but obviously, I wanted to build a Dark Trooper army, and I figured if I'm going to be doing that, I might as well just use the minifigures in something that looks really, really cool. Now, I've consulted plenty of different mocks that people have designed, and I've determined I want to have a full hallway. Not just one side of a hallway, both sides. There's some pretty cool mocks that I've seen out there, just one-sided ones, but I want to do it with 2. A guy on YouTube by the name of Hachikuru, who makes really cool mocks, actually created a really cool design. So I've been looking at that one, and I'll be discussing a few others throughout the process of this video. Also, real quick, if you'd like to use my Amazon affiliate link to purchase these guys, it would be greatly appreciated. So with that said, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button, and obviously I'll be crediting everyone I use different ideas or whatever, as well as my own in this video, so don't worry about that. And with that said, let's get into it. So we're going to start by opening up, I'd say 2 packs is probably good, and we'll work from there, just to get a general idea. But you know, when you open these up, you just open it up, they come with bags, and you're not really going to go by the bag system when working with these, so you're really just going to want to take them all out. And again, there's only 2, and obviously the sticker sheet, which is very important. Okay, so we have our minifigures done. We have 3 Lukes here, and a handful of Dark Troopers. Actually, I did end up opening 3, because I'm pretty sure that's what this one requires, which will kind of suck, because I think if I want to double it up in size, which I've been thinking about, I might not be able to do that. Okay, so now we have the main base done. I want you guys to look at this, and if you want to build your own, again, you can use this, I guess, template they have, screenshots, or what have you. But yeah, it's really interesting. Again, is the Hachikuru design so far, but I'm, again, planning on altering it a little bit. And you'll see what that looks like as we get further into this video. Okay, so we have the main flooring done, and we also have the entrance done. It looks really good. Obviously, we're going to fit Luke in there. And now we are working on the walls. I'm worried I might have to open up the other 2 just to finish the other side of the wall. We're working on one of the walls over there. Okay, good news. We finished the hallway with the wall. It looks great, and plus I reflected that and I had enough pieces between the 3 packs to do the wall. Now we still have a ton of extra pieces left over there, as you can tell. So what I've been starting to work on is an ending of the hallway. You want to make the entrance where, you know, the Mandalorian is hiding in that little room. So the plan here anyway is to see if I can make a door of sorts, and then maybe even make a tiny little area where you can put Mando, Grogu, R2, all that stuff. And so far this is what it looks like, and I'll let you know if I tweak it at all, and I'll be right back when we do. So in total, these are all of the extra pieces left. So real quick, I want to take a look at Hachikuru's design, and then show my addition using only 3 packs. Now really, the only true way to showcase this is by putting in the minifigures. So we start with Luke, and then it's really just a matter of how many Dark Troopers you include and where. So, you know, we'll just start with some. I believe in total we should have 9, which I believe if you want to be accurate to the show, I think they were close to like 10 to 20. I don't have an exact number on that. But, you know, I'm just going to kind of go through them. There weren't, like, a crazy amount. I think this is actually a really good number to have. And once you load it up, you have, say, your head Dark Trooper, who can be either at the back or you could have him at the side hallway entrance. And it makes a very solid cinematic feel leading up to the entrance of Luke Skywalker. So obviously starting off here is the back, and a thing you could actually do, and he made it very simple, you could just remove this wall. It is not attached to anything. You can look here, there's actually a little snot technique, so if you want to take it off you can. There's also some controls here, and it gets you a better look at the whole hallway. I think it looks really, really solid this way. Now I did not do the same thing on my build, and you know, again, it all looks very cool, but here is my build for the back door. I think it looks great, by the way. So starting off, there is this little area right here. This is a door, and this area lines up perfectly. I actually have these little stud hopper things, and they just kind of line up. It's like you have to take a small step, but it works, and you will see a little door. The only piece that was not actually included in this was my door. So you can very simply move this out. You're going to need to like get some sort of deal with the gray plate. As long as you can make this general shape, you're good. All the extra tiles were obviously included. And then all you have to do is slide it in. It does take a little finagling, but you know, it can't be entirely perfect. And I'll show you guys how to build it more. Now the reason I put these in specifically is to prevent it from really leaving. So if you want to lift it up, you can leave. That's why I was having a hard time actually. I forgot to lift it. That's why. It would be so much easier if you use that. And they really hold it in place, you know, obviously taking inspiration from this side. And it looks really cool. You know, this is the area the Dark Troopers will be pounding down the door on, trying to open, and they'd have quite a hard time doing so. And then obviously I can, if I want, just put back on the main door, and it lines up just perfectly. And moving back, I did put the little panel thing here as well as on the alternate side. And we have two little spinning areas. Now I figured you could double this place as two things. You could dual Gideon and Mando here, or you could have Luke, say, since you get extra Lukes, you can make an extra scene here where you have Luke and Grogu. You get the handoff, he says goodbye, and there's a little stud hopper here for Grogu, and he picks up Grogu, hands him to Luke. And actually, you don't even need to have her here. You could have R2 here. And it's just a really neat scene. And you could, you know, have Luke go back down the hallway, do whatever you please. I think it actually looks really solid. And here's how I built it. So with the underside, you can tell it's pretty easy. I just used some of these spinning pieces right here. I also had some of the gray plates over here. And then on here, it didn't really matter which black pieces you used, but there were plenty left over. And you have to use the one gray piece right here. Being held down, you can build it on these darker gray pieces. And again, it really doesn't matter which gray piece you use. And also one thing that's big, there is a plate right here. You have to use these thin ones with the little things that poke out. This thing right here, this is just an accessory. You don't need to build this, but if that's something you want to do, go for it. And as for the door build, it is pretty self-explanatory. The only difficult part is this area here. So you're basically just going to want to do the same thing you did for the regular entrance with the beeper right there. And you're going to want to build that and then just take off some of the different parts for it. And you know, like here's like, I'll just take it off. You can actually do this whole thing. Let me just remove the door. And once you remove the door, you can actually take this off. And here, so you're basically attaching this to the top of the two little round areas right here, or up here, and I just did those two. So it's quite self-explanatory, and again, the two connectors right there, and I hope that makes somewhat a level of sense, and I encourage you all to do this. It's only 3 Dark Trooper attack sets. That's $90, and if you get them on sale like I did for $22, this is a no-brainer of a deal for like $66. And of course, to simply reconnect it, you're just going to want to do this and push down on each side of those little stud hoppers, making for a full and complete design that works and functions, quite honestly, very well. The only regret I have, honestly, I would have liked to include these on both sides in some way, shape, or form, but the problem I ended up, of course, having is I couldn't really do that because, you know, I only had one set of these left, because I guess there's an uneven amount. And I don't want to open a whole new set just to do that, and I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, you do get the general feel of the door being encapsulated with both of these walls, and I think that really helps. And, you know, obviously it's the same thing on this side with Luke. And I think it really is just a cool looking MOC. Now the problem here obviously is the exterior. It is not a pretty looking exterior. There are minor things you can do to patch it up, like include these tiles. You get plenty of extra pieces you can mess around with if you want to include more of these. Again, it's a custom set, so you don't have to worry about being so restrictive with, say, the design rules. Just, I try not to be too extra with these things. I try to just make it look nice. Like, for instance, you get 6 extra of these 1x2 black pieces. Like, you could, if you want, just to further insulate the structural stability, you just, like, pop them in here. Like, there's no real reason you don't have to. It's just something you could do. Okay, so quickly I did make some exterior additions. I put this little thing right here because I didn't know what to do with it. And there's a little extra tiny hallway where his feet are actually hanging off because that's how thin it is, where a Dark Trooper is killed. There's also a little ammo box. It's made out of a bunch of the pieces that are used as additions to their blasters. And then we turn it around and actually upside down. And I just kind of filled everything in over there, including this little Sith holocron, I'm going to say, is under the ship, because we got a bunch of those extra clear pieces. And this was the holocron pieces, for those who remember, back in the good old days of 2013, where these were really exciting to have. Now here is the full anywhere from $90 to $60 something value, assuming you get them on sale like I was able to. And it's really not bad. The only thing that really kind of sucks is you have 3 Luke Skywalkers. And you know, what you're going to do with the other 2, I mean, I think you could justify having 2 because you do have the backdoor scene. You could have both going on at once. But, you know, you have an extra one. It's just kind of an unfortunate thing about this. But you know what, it is what it is. You know, you could do something with those torsos. They're all very useful. The hoods are very useful. You could make him into something else with your other parts. I'm sure you have plenty of other parts. Maybe you can make a Dark Trooper Sith Lord, but then you'd waste Dark Trooper parts. So don't do that. And then, of course, you do get 9 Dark Troopers. Very solid amount, not complaining at all. That's pretty much what you need. I think it does its job. If you want to get a full 20, that's going to be my end goal. I mean, with the other ones, I have about 9. Now, I think the final question really to be had here are these Dark Troopers worth army building? Obviously, the build leaves a ton of potential for you to make loads of different things, and I think especially comparing it to the actual one you get in the set, you're getting a very solid build here, especially when you round it off and the interior looks very nice. Again, Hachikuru did a fantastic design here. But just comparing the substance that you get with this one and with this build, I think it's really kind of quite amazing. And again, $90, not bad. This is better deal than most of the new display sets. I'm looking at the new trash compactor, which comes with obviously way less figures, costs the same exact amount, even at full price. And I am absolutely in love, and I think I actually did a really good job with this extra section that was added on, and I'm going to take out the one piece, this one plate. If you guys need to figure out the dimensions, that is the only thing you need in this set. If you do not have everything else, that is all you need to do it, and you could even do it without the door if you so desire, or take out one of those tiles and make a special one. It would look kind of wonky, but I felt like it would overall make the set much better. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed my little alternate build of the Dark Trooper attack. I'm really proud of it, quite honestly. So thank you to Hachikuru. Subscribe to him. Also subscribe to me. I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.